As a dog owner, it is important to know what foods are safe and what foods are harmful to your furry friend. While some human foods can be healthy for dogs, others can be dangerous or even deadly. Here are some common human foods that are bad for dogs. Chocolate. Chocolate is one of the most well-known human foods that are dangerous for dogs. It contains a compound called theobromine that dogs are unable to metabolize as efficiently as humans. The darker the chocolate, the higher the concentration of theobromine. Ingestion of chocolate can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, rapid heartbeat, seizures, and even death. The severity of symptoms depends on the amount and type of chocolate ingested, as well as the size and weight of the dog. Grapes and raisins. Grapes and raisins are another typical human food that is toxic to dogs. They can cause acute kidney failure in dogs, even in small amounts. Symptoms may not appear for several hours after ingestion, including vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, and decreased appetite. It is unclear what causes the toxicity, and some dogs may be more susceptible than others. It is important to keep grapes and raisins away from your dog and to seek veterinary care immediately if ingestion is suspected. Onions and garlic. Onions and garlic contain compounds that can damage a dog's red blood cells, leading to anemia. The toxic component in onions and garlic is called thiosulfate, which is not present in all members of the onion family, but is most concentrated in raw onions and garlic. Dogs that ingest large amounts of onions or garlic may develop hemolytic anemia, which can be life-threatening. Symptoms of onion or garlic toxicity in dogs include weakness, vomiting, diarrhea, and pale gums. If your dog ingests onions or garlic, seek veterinary care immediately. Avocado. Avocado contains a compound called persin, which can cause vomiting and diarrhea in dogs. However, persin is not toxic to dogs in the same way that the theobromine is toxic to dogs, and ingestion of small amounts of avocado is unlikely to cause serious harm. The pit and skin of the avocado can also be a choking hazard or cause intestinal blockages. If your dog ingests avocado, monitor them for any signs of gastrointestinal upset and contact your veterinarian if you have concerns. Alcohol. Alcohol can be extremely dangerous for dogs, even in small amounts. It can cause vomiting, diarrhea, difficulty breathing, tremors, and even coma or death. Dogs are more sensitive to the effects of alcohol than humans, and even a small amount can be toxic. Keep all alcoholic beverages out of reach of your dog, and seek veterinary care immediately if ingestion is suspected. Xylitol. Xylitol is a sugar substitute found in many sugar-free gum and candy products. It can cause a rapid insulin release in dogs, leading to hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. Symptoms of xylitol toxicity in dogs include vomiting, loss of coordination, and seizures. Ingestion of large amounts of xylitol can also cause liver failure. Xylitol is highly toxic to dogs, and even a small amount can be harmful. If you suspect your dog has ingested xylitol, seek veterinary care immediately. Fatty foods. High-fat foods like bacon, sausage, and fried foods can cause pancreatitis in dogs, a painful inflammation of the pancreas. Symptoms of pancreatitis in dogs include vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Pancreatitis can be acute or chronic and can be life-threatening if not treated promptly. It is important to avoid feeding your dog fatty foods and to seek veterinary care if you suspect your dog has developed pancreatitis. Salty foods. Salty foods, such as chips and pretzels, can cause excessive thirst and urination in dogs, which can lead to dehydration and electrolyte imbalances. Ingestion of large amounts of salt can also cause sodium ion poisoning, which can be fatal. Symptoms of salt poisoning in dogs include vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, and seizures. It is important to keep salty snacks out of reach of your dog and to seek veterinary care if you suspect salt poisoning. Cooked bones. Cooked bones, such as those from chicken or pork, can splinter and cause blockages or tears in a dog's digestive tract. This can lead to a life-threatening condition called peritonitis, an infection of the abdominal cavity. Raw bones are also not recommended, as they can cause fractures in a dog's teeth or be a choking hazard. If you want to give your dog a bone, it is best to consult with your veterinarian to find a safe and appropriate option. In conclusion, there are many human foods that can be harmful or even deadly to dogs. It is important to keep these foods out of reach of your dog and to seek veterinary care immediately if ingestion is suspected. It is also important to note that some dogs may be more susceptible to certain toxicities than others, so it is always best to err on the side of caution when it comes to feeding your dog human food. When in doubt, consult with your veterinarian about the safety of specific human foods for your dog. By being aware of the dangers of certain human foods, you can help keep your furry friends safe and healthy.